city how to think. I tell the city how to vote. I shape its future.
Newspaper publisher Joseph Pulitzer made the news big business.
And we need to make more profits.
He made power his passion.
I want an example made. To see what happens to those who would dare to lead.
And made struggling newsboys pay for his greed.
Charge the Newsies more for their papers.
I'm barely making a living right now.
That's when newsboy Jack Kelly decided to make some headlines of his own.
If we don't sell papes, then nobody sells papes. What do you mean, like a strike? Yeah, like a strike.
You're going up against the most powerful man in New York City.
If we don't act together, then we're nothing.
I'll break you, boy.
We don't stick together, we're nothing.
I want this nonsense over and done with.
So what's it gonna be? Strike!
In 1899, they challenged the system and discovered the power of their youth. Walt Disney Pictures presents a story of courage. The Newsboys, the triumph of youth over power.
About Vicky and Ryan.
What? What about them? They're doing it behind your back, Justine.
Sweet 16.
So he's hard for me. Is that a crime? He's not your property, Justine.
Young hearts. Teenage jealousies. And murder.
Look, nobody can prove anything. We just gotta stick to our story.
Justine, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Who killed Vicky Gilmore?
Honey, you told the police everything, right?
Of course.
It was an accident.
It wasn't an accident. The autopsy results are in. There was some kind of a struggle. There were scratches on the face and body of the deceased.
They believe Justine is lying about seeing Vicky Gilmore on the night of the murder.
A mother with a truth she can't face.
The dead girl was at your house, of course.
Who are you gonna believe, her or me?
A cop with evidence he can't ignore.
Did you see Vicky Gilmore on the night of May 5th?
No.
Mrs. Essex, we're arresting your daughter for the murder of Victoria Gilmore.
And a young teenager.
It's my little girl.
In a game she can't escape.
But no matter what happens, I won't break the pact, okay?
Of course you won't. If there's anything that you haven't told me, now's the time.
I told you the truth, Mom. I didn't do it.
I believe you, Justine.
Katie Seagal, Jameson Parker, and Charlotte Ross, each hiding from a truth they could never accept.
You believe she's guilty?
I believe she's lying, and I think you know it too.
Violation of trust.
Gary Brown had a dream.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to go to a manual. And I think that means that we need regular practice in every possible emergency that could happen in the Siouxland area.
Red Dog, this is Rescue 1. What's happened on that backup phone?
Looks like we've got everything under control here.
It would have been a hell of a lot easier if you'd clued us in on that little explosion you had.
Only one man stood in his way.
You didn't say one damn word about me taking orders from some big-mouth yuppie.
But Gary's persistence won him over.
I don't like you. You don't like me. That doesn't mean we can't do one hell of a job together.
On July 19th, 1989, their preparations were put to the test.
This is 232 Heavy. We've lost our number 2 engine, rapid loss of all hydraulics.
Sioux Gateway is now in Alert 3. It's a DC-10, 35 miles north. May not be able to make the runway. Roll all units. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
You better start dumping fuel.
Clear 2-2, get those vehicles out there right now. Go!
232, looking good, sir. And be advised that there's nothing but open field at the end of the runway, so rollout will not be a problem.
232, roger.
He's coming down real fast down the south end. Okay, all right, stand by. There, he's on fire.
Together, they accomplished the impossible.
She's down and burning. It's a big jet fuel fire.
If there's people in there, they don't stand a chance without water.
This one's gone.
This one's alive. Here's another one.
From Emmy Award-winning producer Dorothea Petrie and from Emmy Award-winning director Lamont Johnson comes a heroic story of personal triumph.
It's going to smolder all night, but she's buttoned down.
Charlton Heston,
Of all the places in America we could have landed, I thank God it was here. I intend to tell that to every man, woman, and child in this city if I have to come back here 100 times.
Richard Thomas.
I wish we could have saved them all today. But we did the best we could.
James Coburn.
We needed a team out there. And by God, we had one.
1,000 Heroes.
They couldn't have been more different.
Limo was a mistake, Audrey.
Two women brought together by circumstance.
I'm here about your son. Nobody here knows I got a son who's one of them. I wouldn't be able to show my face. He's gonna die, you stupid bitch!
Two women sharing tragedy.
Yes. Is he really gonna die?
And facing the truth about themselves.
I haven't seen him in 11 years. He was 17 when they kicked him out.
I get the feeling that you got no problem about your kid being queer.
I didn't throw him out of his home.
But sharing a fear only mothers can know.
I want you to be tested.
Anne Margaret and Julie Andrews in a story of our times.
You're the only other person I ever met like me.
Our Sons.
A woman of grand ideals. A time of grand illusions. Kelly McGillis in a Mary Lambert film. Grand Isle, a place of forbidden passion. Starring Adrian Pasdar, Julian Sands, with Glenn Headley and Academy Award winner Ellen Burstyn. From the producer of Choose Me and the Moderns and the writer of Children of a Lesser God. Based on Kate Chopin's controversial novel, The Awakening. Grand Isle.
For 20 years, they'd kept them laughing.
It's a monkey. Hey, have a little respect for your ancestors, huh?
But show business can be a fickle mistress.
Will he know what this is in reference to?
I'm his client for the past 25 years. I think my name might ring a bell.
Animal acts are passé, with a capital pass.
Passé my foot. You and I are as fresh and funny as we were 25 years ago, and I know just the place to prove it.
For Todd and Archie, there's one last shot at fame and fortune.
Where's his props? Beach ball, jump rope, motorcycle.
Archie doesn't do monkey tricks. We do comedy.
Who let this guy in here?
And while the odds may be stacked against them, this just might be their lucky day.
Laura?
Hello, Todd.
You know this guy?
I used to. I want him in the review.
What do we need a monkey act for?
Because you don't have a singer. Yet.
But while Vegas gets ready for a payoff in comedy, the odds may go the other way for romance.
I'd stay away from her if I were you, pal.
Why?
She's mine.
The master of deadpan and friend
Archie, it's time to start the show. Now stop that.
invite you to enjoy a little amour.
Yesterday you implied that I ran out on you.
You know, receiving a postcard from New York saying, goodbye, don't call me, it just might possibly be construed as running out on a guy.
And more.
If this act doesn't get any better, I'm gonna make them both disappear.
When comedy hits the road with the entertainers.